Hello. Hey guys, sorry I'm late. 2026, baby. Consistently late. Oh man. I feel like that honors Luke Spencer in a way too, you know. Huh. Happy New Year! Hey everyone! Unbroken Angel 23, Allison, Edmund. Happy New Year! 2026, you guys. I hope you guys had a wonderful New Year's Eve. Oh man, Kaiwan. We ain't talk. Today is not about Drew or GH. Today is about. I mean, it is about GH really, but it's about Tony, Geary, and Luke Spencer. We are gonna get into the last 2 weeks on Sunday. I know I was gonna do 2 live streams today, but I was like, well, tomorrow's Friday, so like, what would we even talk about Sunday if we talk about the rest, you know, today? So I was like, well, we'll do the Luke Spencer thing today. We'll do the live stream Sunday, talk about all the things that happened during the Christmas week and the New Year's week, and yeah, we'll go from there. Thank you, Brooklyn. Happy New Year's to you too. And hey, Sandy. Good to see you all here. Oh man, I am tired, y'all. I did go to a party. Not one I would normally go to. I didn't want to do the whole, like, be in a cramped room and, you know, with hundreds and hundreds of people and just, like, pretend like I'm having a good time. It's never the vibe. But, yeah, you know, it wasn't, I don't know how to describe it. Disaster leading up to it. You know, everything that could go wrong in the beginning did go wrong. And I basically just had to, you know, it was tired after New Year's Eve. True. And then I basically just had to, you know, have a couple of tequila shots to get over it and just try to let loose and have a good time. And I did, in the end. So, there you go. Slightly hungover today, but what else is new on a New Year's Day? But yeah, welcome everybody to the part 2 of Tony Geary's tribute live stream. The last time we did it, we watched all the clips from the 80s. Well, not all, you know, a few from the 80s, and we were going to save 90s and 2000s for today. And it's a fitting day to do it because on ABC they re-aired Tony Geary's final episode before he retired. I had to say before he retired because he did come back one more time, I think a year or so later, maybe 2 years later, just to make a brief tiny appearance where he didn't have a line, just to see Jane Elliott off when she retired, and now she's back. So there we have it. And even that one was a better send-off for Tony than the send-off that he got when he retired. I will have to say, you know, I love Tony, and you know, I love Luke, but that episode was atrocious. For a character who did so much for the show, he really sort of just fizzled out in the background on his own final episode, where it really should have just been like, you know, an episode that featured just Luke and maybe the Spencer family and people from his past. was crying at the end. Yeah, there weren't any flashbacks. Yeah, there was not a single flashback in that episode. And I think because Tony, when it came to his sort of final days on GH, I think he was really bitter about his career. I think he was, and I think Jeannie even hinted at it when she was saying his goodbyes and saying, "Let yourself be proud." No Lucky. Well, Jonathan Jackson wasn't on the show at the time either. He came back for his like final story, and really it was like him, Jeannie, Emma Sams came back, Nathan Parsons came back as Ethan, and they had Dylan and Lulu on the adventure too. But when it came to like the final episodes, I don't think he wanted fanfare, because I think he was bitter and jaded about. I don't want to speculate too much, but he always alluded to not being happy that GH was his entire career essentially. Did he hate the Fluke storyline as much as we did? I mean, he fully admitted to the fact that the Fluke was supposed to be Bill Eckert for real, and then the fans figured it out too fast, so Ron Carlivati went into overdrive to try to fix it. We did get a good episode of the one-off episode on, I think, one of GH's anniversaries, where they show him in the past and why he had a split personality. And it was because he killed both of his parents, and he sort of, erased it from his mind. But he did always believe that he killed his father. He really did. Like Geary did. So, I don't know. I think he probably appreciated that episode, but he probably hated the whole storyline. Or he, as an actor, would have liked to play, like, evil for a while. Because that man was evil. But yeah, it's interesting. I think he didn't want fanfare, he didn't want flashbacks, and so he really kind of ruined his final episode, I feel, for the fans in a way. Because I think Frank Valentini really respected Tony enough to do what he wanted to do, and I can appreciate that to an extent, but I also feel like it's not up to him. Like, you're leaving, you're done, you can do whatever you want, but it should have been for the fans. It should have been for the fans, because the fans would have wanted the flashbacks and the fanfare and the nostalgia, and whether that meant Luke and Laura going off into the sunset, Luke and Tracy going off to the sunset, or something spectacular, a big party. He didn't want any of that. Hey, Angel. And so that's the episode we got, and he was barely in that episode. They had so much else going on. I think Nina was in the middle of her mental breakdown back when Michelle Stafford was playing her. She was, I think this is right after she got married to Rick, it looked like. Maxie's sprawling with Valerie and Nathan's aunt, and just all this other stuff going on. And Ava was Denise DiMuccio and having an affair with Morgan behind Kiki's back. Like, all this other stuff was going on. We seen Lulu sort of trying to get over the fact that Dante kissed Valerie, even though they really slept together. Just all this other stuff. And we seen Laura briefly tell Lulu that her father is leaving town for good. No, Tony did not want. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what we've been saying the last few minutes. Like, Tony didn't want a huge deal, and they honored his wishes, and which is great for Tony, but shitty for the fans. And that was a douchebaggy thing to do, in my opinion. And I love Tony, but he ruined that for the fans because he was bitter and jaded about the career that he got. And and like I said before, like, am I moonlighting as a pirate? I am indeed, Angel. But there's something to be said about, you know, I love seeing Crazy Nina. Didn't recognize Dylan. Yep. There's something to be respected about the fact that he wanted to honor Tony, but Luke's exit shouldn't have been about Tony. You know, it should have been for the fans, because this would be the last time the fans would see Luke Spencer. His gift would be that he retired. You know, he got to retire into the life that he wanted. He got to spend the rest of his days in Amsterdam with his husband. You know, that should have been a gift in itself, and he really should have just let Frank and Ron really just go to bat for him in a final story, or the final episode, and make it a big thing, because it's a big deal. Like, this is a man that, you know, helped bring GH to the heights that it did back in the day. And, you know, it is unfortunate. I think he did find peace in that eventually down the line. Yeah, it should have been about the Luke character. You know, Tony admittedly has had a lot of leeway in his career on GH. He got to change the scripts to match what he felt the character would say. He got to dictate certain storylines, how they went. He got to even sort of fizzle out Luke and Laura, which is pretty controversial, because he didn't want Luke and Laura to be the character's only legacy. And I don't know. Even Laura, like in the final episode, being like, "Oh, me and your father said goodbye a long time ago. I don't need to be there." Girl, he was half your life. Whether you are in love with him or not, like, you love him, and you should have said goodbye. And then Laura got that letter that was never read. Laura got a letter from Luke that was never read. Maybe they can do something with that in the future, but I don't see it happening. I think this was the way to give Luke a send-off without having to write one into the show. Just repeat the last episode. But personally, I remember when Tony was leaving in the 80s, like, because not that I was alive in the 80s, but I watched his final exit from back then. There was so many flashbacks. There were so many, like, moments, and, like, you know, him just kind of walking around town and reliving all the memories that he made in that short amount of time that he was on the show. I mean, not short. It was, he left in 84, I think. From 78 to 84, he was there. And so much clips. And GH Addict, Allison, sorry, I keep on just going by the screen name. We don't know what it said. We don't even know if she read the letter. We didn't see her read the letter. No one knows. Why was that even put on the show if they weren't going to address it in any way? I think he ate it. I think he left in 83. Oh yeah, and then he came back for like a brief, like, story in like 85 or something with Frisco and Felicia. But yeah, like, there was a lot of, that was a send-off, and that's what I feel like they should have aired, to honor Luke, because what the hell, you know? Cam got a lot of flashbacks. I appreciated that. Yeah, like, people have gotten better send-offs, and I don't know. Yeah, that's just my 2 cents. It was stupid that we never found out. I agree. Like, and it can't be like, oh, Tony didn't want, because it wouldn't have mattered, because he's not on the show. He didn't get to say anymore. They could have had Laura read it. Like, I don't know. It just seemed so stupid. But, like, things like that were happening all the time under Frank and Ron's GH. Just a whole lot of nonsense that didn't make any sense. I was Tony Geary an A-list actor during the Luke and Laura glory days? Tony hated that people who came up to him in public. Yeah, I mean, I guess in some ways, yeah. I mean, Luke and Laura were the biggest phenomenon ever, but, you know, he didn't really have, like, big-time movies and primetime gigs and all this stuff. Not a whole lot of them. So, I don't know. It's interesting. It is an interesting sort of, like, I don't know. Interesting thing to think about. Oh, man. Ron Carlivati was a disaster. I do give him props for saving GH in 2013. But after that, he fell off the map and everything got ridiculous. Yeah, it's time for the reveal for that letter. I just don't see it happening, you guys. I think this was the only way GH was going to honor Tony, to show a crappy episode where he was barely featured in it because it was his last one. I would have preferred Tracy send-off to this one. Alright, but enough of that. We are here to watch old clips. Nah, he got fired and he deserved it. Sorry, Kaiwan, he sucked. He was ass. He was actual ass. Even the actors were saying so. Maurice himself was like, they fired the writer, and like celebrated like openly about it. But yeah. Anyway. So what we're gonna do, because today kind of sucked in terms of honoring Tony, we're gonna watch some classic clips of Tony, more of them. A lot of them are from the 90s and 2000s, like the later stuff, because we watched all the 80s stuff the last time. And so I've got a bunch lined up. Sorry, I'm just making sure they're all in a good order. Actually, the first clip is actually from the 80s. First clip is from the 80s, and because I don't think we got to it. And it really is just after Laura passed away, so to speak. And he had a breakdown. And just because it's just a scene where Tony got to shine in it. And it's great. So, let me turn down the bluesy music. And actually shut my door, because my door randomly opened. Might have a ghost, it's fine. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna watch some classic clips. And most of them aren't that long, I don't think, because originally I was planning to watch them all and I realized how long it was gonna take. But we got some fun stuff. There's not only clips of GH, there are behind the scenes moments that are in here as well, and an interview with Tony after his last Emmy win. So it froze? What froze? Are we good? I saw what you wrote, Angel. I hope am I still good, you guys? Let me know. Okay, I'm lagging a little bit. Okay, it's because I'm kind of going onto the internet. I'll lag a little bit here and there until we get the clips playing. But let me set them up for you guys.
Build a website you love.
There would be an ad, of course. I'm sorry if that was really loud.
Create your...
Okay. Okay. Oh. There you guys are. This is what I see on my screen, but I have two screens going. Let me just quickly fix that. Hey, there we go. Okay. Alright. I will shrink. There we go. Well, this took place on the Haunted Star, by the way. This is what the Haunted Star looked like back in the day. Oh, that's gonna block in the audio, I guess. Oh man, I forgot there was music playing when this happened. Maybe we'll like turn it down a smidge until he actually starts like, you know, shouting and crying. Man. Or we'll just take the ding, whatever. It's not like I get paid for these videos anyway. I just don't want it to be muted, is all. Man. But yeah, no one did a better, like, mental breakdown moment than Tony Geary. He was so good at it. Oh, because Laura's dead here. Laura died. She disappeared into the fog and never to be seen or heard again for 2 years. This is like directly after. Man. Dang. Yeah, Laura was kidnapped by the Cassadines. And it's where she eventually had Nicholas, apparently. I do remember that she was becoming like a bit of a star at this point in her story. Hey, Jacarius. That's why he was excited when he saw her in the yard on the Cassadine Island. Maybe? We're not the yard of the Cassadine Island. Do you mean the mayor's mansion? Oh, man. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Diane was the actress who plays Diane was in a scene with Laura during that story.
It's okay. Okay.
I think she was called Miss Starry Eyes or something. She was like a model.
Okay. Okay. Everybody cool?
Come on, they sort of alluded to his father's death like in the early 2000s, like very early 2000s. But not that Luke killed him. Alright, so yeah, that was his mental breakdown. I wonder if TonyGeary.net is still a thing. Alright,
Debt sucks.
More ads.
DNA can make most of it go away. It's called a consumer proposal.
This next one is really fun. It's actually behind the scenes of when Luke and Laura came back to the show in the 90s. Obviously, Tony was still playing Bill Eckert. But yeah, behind the scenes of when they shot their return episodes on location.
Port Charles is going to look an awful lot like Rochester.
Shot in Rochester.
The show's been on the air 30 years, and Port Charles was
Maybe I'll turn this up a little
established as a town about this size. And so when we were looking for the town and looking for the location that had waterfalls,
Yeah, that was the mayor's mansion in Port Charles. That wasn't on Cassadine Island. She escaped the island and ran to him there.
The show Luke and Laura are 10 years ago.
The mayor's mansion where they got married.
And they're back, a little older, and if they're a little wiser, well, the writers aren't saying. It's a reunion everyone hopes will be a ratings winner.
I've wanted to do it for a long time. It was finally the right time to do it, in that we were both available at the same time, and this is a team.
They're signing money now.
When soaps were huge indeed.
But what's a team without the fans? They're the ones who make all this possible. Today, several dozen who know all about Love in the Afternoon, even if it is just on TV. We're loving their chance to get up close and personal.
It's interesting. It's kind of a shock to see somebody you've seen on TV for so long, and then you see them right in front of your face.
Oh, to have been there.
They're stars. It's a happening thing every day.
But behind every married female fan, there may lurk a husband looking for the remote control.
Does my wife drive me? Yeah. Why? She wanted to see this.
Ready, and okay, Shelley. Okay, action, Tony.
Hollywood went to work and everything else came to a standstill. Morning rush hour
the
downtown.
pink Cadillac.
The only thing moving was a pink Cadillac carrying General Hospital's famed Luke and Laura.
Yeah, doesn't like driving it?
It's kind of like a boat, but it's a cool car.
From Main Street in Rochester, the Cadillac crew and cast moved to Main Street in Perry. This is a big deal for all of us, but this is also a big deal for the people at General Hospital. The characters that made it the most popular daytime TV show ever have not been together for 10 years, and they're being reunited in our backyard.
It feels better than before, actually. I think we are both more secure and having had varied experiences between the time we were Luke and Laura before.
Yeah, they had a little fun appearance on Roseanne.
No one is saying how Luke and Laura return, only that it happens here.
And then Roseanne ended up being Jennifer Smith for a storyline in the 2000s as well.
It began last year. Jeannie Francis said the script had to be right. There's a lot resting on what happens here.
The Spencer family home, man.
And production costs aside, there's also the burden of being the best. Again.
I try not to think about it. I'm doing
Yeah, this is 1993.
to do it, and I didn't want that burden to prevent me from doing something. That I
Fainted
wanted to do.
meeting Anthony.
I don't feel burdened at all.
I would have loved to have met Tony and Jeannie. I still would love to meet Jeannie. I hope I get to someday.
We were so successful, it wasn't on our minds, so I think it would be a mistake for us to concentrate on that now.
For now, the sky's the limit, or in this case, the falls at Letchworth State Park are the limit.
I've only met 2 GH cast members in my whole life.
Tomorrow.
So until tomorrow,
Jenny Ryan, News Source 13.
So when was Lucky born? He was born off screen in probably like 86 or something.
The place the soap was
Because
made for is still
Laura
the
announced
same,
that she was
but
pregnant
now everything
in like
else
their
is
brief return in
powerful
85, like during that Frisco and Felicia storyline.
From Main Street in Rochester to Main Street in Perry. And back to the catacombs at High Falls. These places are giving the
There's
soap
the
opera a
catacombs.
face for the first time in 30 years.
When we arrived, we found everything that we wanted, and we came to look for establishing shots in the middle of town where we are. I don't know whether this is the middle, but where we are right now, and found the catacombs. And we have catacombs established on the show, and so we really felt that we had reached home.
That's perfect for Port Charles.
I'm pretty sure even when Lucky was born, like they did kind of have a scene without Tony. and Jeannie, where I think
This is a big deal
they got
for
the news that
longtime
Lucky was
fans of
born.
General Hospital, and even some who aren't. But it's also a big deal for the soap itself. This rare on-location shoot is being done to reunite Luke and Laura, the romantic pair that made General Hospital the hottest show in daytime TV history.
Their chemistry is so strong, and they're so wonderful together, and the characters are so loved, that we all feel it's like bringing back an old friend.
It was Jeannie Francis who decided to leave the show 10 years ago. She was just 21 years old, but tired of the 14-hour days and needed a break. Geary also left the show, but returned 3 years ago with
Angel, I don't even know. I don't try to guess the kids' ages anymore.
Talks to bring Francis back began
It's just when they age them so quickly, it's hard to keep
Laura
up.
is the most memorable character that I ever created. She's very special, and I've missed her.
It's a dream come true. I've never worked with an actor who can define me as well. In other words, there is no Luke without Laura.
But to exist again, both actors decided there had to be more. And that's how cast and crew ended up here, looking for action adventure and possibly another place in soap history.
Skyscanner puts a smile on my face. All the best.
Remember when YouTube didn't have ads? Wasn't that great? The things we took for granted back then.
Sleeping in a position like this, you are wrecking your
Why?
body and your breathing. Obstructive sleep
What is
apnea
this?
happens when your upper airway repeat.
Okay.
Ready? Tape rolling. Action!
When you direct a TV show, you get used to calling the shots.
We're going to start this around the corner.
The folks at General Hospital managed to bring a busy morning rush hour to a screeching halt. At the same time, they made the Genesee River rush a little faster.
Wow.
Before taping here at Letchworth, there was just 2 feet of water in the river, and the show's producers needed about 12
Oh yeah,
feet.
that's true,
We had to
Angel.
go find some water upstream at a dam, work with the local people to coordinate releasing that water at the time when we needed it, the volume we needed it. Then we had to go upstream and work with the Army Corps of Engineers, Rochester Gas and Electric, the Department of Environmental Conservation, the Parks Department.
The water was needed for a series of dangerous stunts. The most daring called for a helicopter to pluck Luke and Laura from the brink of the falls. For the job, they brought in the pilot of action-adventure king, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and a couple of familiar-looking faces. Annie and Steve did what was too dangerous for Luke and Laura.
It was a wild ride, way better than Disneyland, of course, and it was for
They're
real.
stunt
We went
doubles.
down the falls and we hit the first little ledge, and the boat kind of caught in the white water and almost flipped over.
The scene went off without a flip or a hitch. That's because of the faces you never get to see. A crew of people whose job it is to ensure safety on the set.
Honey, since the last time we made love,
We only see 2 people, but 100 others made this shoot happen.
My job is taking care of the audio.
That part I don't even remember, Angel.
I'm a costumer.
I want the cameraman.
I'm a grip.
Now, what do you have to do as a grip?
I have to go see what he wants right now.
Star Jeannie Francis says the size and scope of this on-location shoot is unprecedented for a soap opera.
This is being shot like a film. It's amazing. It's wonderful to be a part of it. They've got helicopters and, stunts and
Airplanes and waterfalls and high adventure, which was sort of.
I mean, honestly, they really went all out
mainstay.
for
So we're coming in
their
the way
comeback
we,
story.
The way we went out.
They hope they can.
Like, even though GH was still kind of doing location shoots here and there,
$500,000,
this was a huge
lot
undertaking
is
for
banking on the return of the
cast and crew,
famed
no doubt.
Luke and Laura.
Spencer. Lucas Lorenzo Spencer.
By his own admission, he began as an actor on General Hospital, lacking
His budget,
the good
yeah.
looks of a leading man.
Stunt doubles, helicopters, pink Cadillacs.
She lacked the experience of a leading lady. Together, though, Tony Geary and Jeannie Francis overcame the odds.
I mean, to be fair, GH had a real helicopter in Like 2013 as well,
They
though.
are husband and wife.
Their wedding 10
We
years
got to see,
ago was witnessed by
Luke,
30
Laura,
million people. The
and
most
Anna in those
watched
scenes.
soap opera event ever.
When Lulu was
Whatever the actors
kidnapped.
seemed to lack separately, they made up for together.
It's a perfect marriage. I'm talking creatively. So what you see
Went to
in
New
Luke and
York,
Laura
yeah.
is a marriage between
Rochester.
their relationship and our relationship.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time we actually got to see GH go anywhere outside of LA, though.
I've never felt safer.
Probably in the
or,
90s.
More focused than when I work with him, because we really do it together.
You gotta do it, Laura. The plane's going down. Come on, sweetheart. You can do it.
Jeannie Francis admits to being a little nervous taking the plunge as Laura a second time. I asked her about the burden of repeating her success.
I try not to think about it. I'm doing this because I wanted to do it, and I didn't want that burden to prevent me from doing something that I wanted to do.
And I don't feel burdened at all. The first time that we were so successful, the audience approval and the success of the couple wasn't on our minds. So I think it would be a mistake for us to concentrate on that now.
It's so hard to make me look crappy, isn't it?
A lot is resting on how Luke and Laura look for their comeback, even if they aren't thinking about it.
Yeah, you're probably right about that one,
Thousands of
Alton.
dollars on this location shoot.
All the way to Puerto Rico.
When Luke and Laura
with
left,
Ricky Martin.
General Hospital slipped from #1. A return to that spot would make bringing them back well worth it.
Yeah, nothing. It's hard to beat the legend of Luke and Laura.
Igor is the coach.
I don't remember what's next
so
on the
he brought
list,
a dog
but
coach to Maine who
now
was
we're
first
kind of getting
base,
into
so you
90s and
can
2000s
call him
stuff.
coach.
So newer things. Oh, when Sonny met Luke. You know, since we got to see them kind of have their final scenes today, here are their firsts.
Hi, I'm here for Luke Spencer.
Wait here.
Thanks, kid.
Who are you?
I'm Sonny Corinthos up.
Whoa, hey, you're out of here.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
What do you think you're doing? This is where my family lives. My sister, her children, my wife, my son.
Hey, wait, calm down, okay? Don't go crazy on me. What, do you want to give the neighbors a show? That's better. Now, as I understand it, we got business to do.
We do not do business here, ever. You do not come to my house. You do not speak to my friends. And under no circumstances do you ever go near my family. Do you understand?
You through?
No! We're gonna do it my way. I contact you. You tell me where, you tell me when, and I make a call.
You're either very good or very nuts. I
I've
don't
seen
take orders
them
from
together
anyone
again today.
except Frank Smith.
Yeah, I mean,
Sonny.
it's nice to see Tony on screen, but just it was such a
Sonny.
disappointing episode. I
I'm
couldn't
not giving
enjoy
you
it.
orders. I'm telling you how it's gonna be. Unless you want to go back to Frank and just tell him you can't work with me.
You don't want to meet here? That's fine with me. But we got business.
Tomorrow.
On the docks, 11 a.m.
Fine.
Mm-hmm. And Spencer, in the meantime, you might want to readjust your attitude a little bit, you know what I mean?
Ooh.
What are you, a comedian?
Why did Luke
Go
get
on.
involved with Sonny? Well, this is about Frank Smith, because Sonny was working for Frank Smith. I don't remember the ins and outs of the story, though. I mean, Luke and Laura were running away from Frank Smith when they were coming back in town. Okay, so this is a mixed video of Luke telling Lucky and Lulu separate times
I promise you it won't
about
hear the words.
the rape.
Did you rape my mother?
If you can't look me in the eye and tell me the truth, man, then we have nothing. We have less than nothing.
Less than nothing. Is that so? All right. A long time ago, long before you were born, in another life, I raped your mother. Leslie, Luke, no, wait.
Oh, Julie was so good. Just how repulsed she was here. No, they really couldn't do it today. Well, that's the thing. Like, different times, and they rewrote it to be a seduction somehow. Even though Tony and Jeannie were like, they told us it was rape, we played it as rape, and then they backtracked it, probably because of how people were somehow loving Luke and Laura.
I understand.
Just tell me what happened.
Not Lulu's. It's so crazy because Lulu's scene, like, there's barely, like, I can't find it all on its own.
About everything that happened,
Only a tiny clip of it on its own, but not the full thing. I don't know why.
You need to hear the truth from me.
This is the only way I could get most of the scenes, was this back and forth between Lulu and Lucky.
The lies and distortions of people like Baldwin who want to hurt you.
Yeah, the boat. See, I don't think that was the Haunted Star. I think they were on a boat, like, in the summer, because they wouldn't have had the Haunted Star yet.
Truth.
Because Helena had the Haunted Star, and the Cassadines weren't a thing yet.
All right, son. I'll tell you everything I know.
And it wasn't until Elizabeth's rape storyline that they addressed Luke and Laura's as an actual rape.
Your mother was younger than you are now. Laura was only a few years older than Liz. Too young. Too young to understand the power of obsession. I loved your mother from the first moment I saw her. I couldn't get her out of my mind.
Also, Lulu found out in, like, the worst way.
Out of my heart.
All because of Scott Baldwin.
So, when she came to me and asked for a job at this club I was managing, I jumped at the chance to hire her. And then one night, after closing, she came back to the club to pick something up. It was late. The disco was closed. I was alone. Seemed like as good a time as any to die. Considering suicide, actually. The reasons are not important. I was a walking dead man. Literally. I'd been marked for execution by the organization. I'd become what Frank Smith used to call expendable. Your mother saw the state I was in and she wanted to help. I asked her to go. Told her I wasn't fit for human company. I begged her to go, but she refused. And I wanted to drown in her. I wanted her to hold me underwater till my last breath exploded inside me. I wanted to die in her arms. I thought if I could just hold her, the world might make sense again. So I asked her to dance. She must have sensed
something break in me. My sanity, I guess, because she suddenly got frightened. And then she got scared. And she wanted to go home.
Rise.
And I kissed her. And she kissed me back. I know she kissed me back. And then she said no. I think she kept saying no. But I pulled her down to the floor. And I took her. I raped her.
Such a haunting scene, too.
There's no nice way to put it. I raped her.
She couldn't even look at him. Julie was so good there.
You know, to help her out, to say I'm sorry, to apologize. To hurt her. And she cowered away from me like a little wounded animal.
And fun fact about Liz's storyline. Liz was attacked exactly where Laura ran off to. The same bench, the same part of the park, the same set. So even that, like the detail in what they utilized there was crazy.
It was obvious that she had been raped.
I mean, probably a different set, so to speak, but like made to look like the same place. It was the same place. And probably just rebuilt to look like the same place.
To this day, I don't know why.
Yeah, she sure did.
That's all I know.
Liz really seems to regret it. Well, of course.
It was the
Yeah.
least of our life together.
You know, he was going to regret that till the day he died.
The most.
Glad that Mom was able to forgive you.
It's a nice story, Dad. Makes me really proud.
Angel, I think they sort of wrote it as Laura having sympathy for him because of what he was going through. You know, she knew that he was suicidal and knew that he was going to die, essentially. And she cared about him. They were friends for like quite a while at this point. I mean, she was there to try and help him initially as well. Like, she was there trying to talk him down and saying, talk to me, open up to me. You know, Scotty and I were your friends.
I need help over here.
Okay, this is great. This is when Luke meets Spinelli. And I wanted to bring this one up because Bradford Anderson mentioned that scene of him first working with Tony.
We're giving her blood and fluids.
That doesn't answer the question.
This was during the Metrocourt hostage crisis.
The glass that was embedded in her leg severed an artery. If you hadn't found it when you did, she might have bled to death. Now
He was a skeezy guy when he came on, for sure.
But with time and physical therapy, she should make.
And then I think he got kind of suckered into the mob.
I'll stay with her.
At that, like after the fact.
I'm going with you. I have to find Jason Lucky, please.
Can you go back in? Fire marshal's cleared the structure, I'll see.
Are you kidding me? Jason's in there.
So is Elizabeth. We're sending search dogs in there now, but at this point, there may not be any more survivors.
Greg Vaughn's Lucky.
Dad. I'm right here, baby. How are you feeling? Yeah, okay. They're gonna get you to the hospital. Patch up your leg. You're gonna be just fine.
Tony and Julie had such great chemistry too, and so did Julie and Jeannie.
So you made it out in one piece. Yeah, my dad found me. He got this beam off my leg and he carried me out. Well, I stand corrected.
You do?
For me, I always saw a lot of Luke in Spinelli in the sense that he wasn't like your typical leading man, but people were rooting for him. People were falling in love with Spinelli, like the audience-wise, because he was so unique. Just like Luke was so unique, you know?
My daughter turned out to be an amazing, smart, gutsy young woman. No thanks to me.
She's her father's daughter.
She has her mother's beauty and heart.
Here's what I know about you. When things get a little tough, you throw in the towel, say you tried, and you hit the road.
It's a possibility.
How about I make a deal with you? Next time I see you packing the bags, I remind you of this conversation and your new parental resolve.
Deal.
Greetings, wicked stepmother. Is the blonde one out of surgery yet?
The blonde one? Who is this?
This would be spaghetti. I don't know, something. He needs to stay as far away
Love
from
that
you as
line.
possible.
Are you the father of the blonde one?
Well, if the blonde one is Leslie Lou Spencer, I am.
Most gracious greetings, proud patriarch. Your daughter is the most beautiful, courageous. Sorry, you can have that back. She's a little impulsive and hard to rescue, but she's by far the most completely awesome human I have ever met.
Do you see my point? Not only is
I think he played that as Luke really was very intrigued by
I went into
Spinelli,
the hotel to save her. Okay,
and like kind of seen himself in him
amazing
too.
connection.
You, Mama?
Yeah. Well, I mean, she was most appreciative of my efforts, and
When he wanted to be Unbroken Angel, yeah.
Just a little one.
Too good. Alright, I wanted to include this scene because Brandon Barash, who played Johnny Zakara, he probably said the most beautiful thing in his tribute. We read it on the part 1 of the tribute. So I wanted to have a scene of Johnny and Luke together, and this was my favorite one. Look at the green screen, you know, that GH had for the hospital roof back then.
Shall I give you a shot? See if you can fly? That would be great. I could drop you right out of my daughter's life. A few other people happy too. Namely my old friend, Sonny Corinthos. You shouldn't have to perch on a ledge to get your adrenaline rush. Not with the family you were born into.
That's actually why I'm here. To talk to the doctors about my father's condition.
And you want him to live? Because?
I would imagine Lulu gets asked the same thing about you.
Yeah, I imagine
Yeah, I
she
do
does.
too. I mean, we see it every now and then, but now they use the top of their actual studio to shoot the hospital roof.
On the edge.
But every now and then we'll see the set, but without the green screen stuff.
I'd hate to have to deliver that news to Lulu tonight.
What exactly are your intentions towards my daughter?
You serious?
No. Well, maybe.
If I could be with her and be sure she'd never get hurt.
Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? I think you worry too much. Lulu has my finely tuned survival skills.
She's quick on her feet, that's for sure. She's not scared of anything, even when she should be.
Yeah, well, see, that's where she gets into trouble. She leads with her heart. She gets that from her mother. As far as her getting hurt, you can't stop that. That's life. I want her to live a long, long time. You know what else I want?
What's that?
My favorite part right here.
I want to drop face first and know what it feels like to be 2 inches above the pavement. And I wouldn't mind living to tell the tale over a bottle of something that burns.
You don't have to worry about me.
That is the epitome of Luke Spencer to me.
Really?
Just an adrenaline junkie.
In my experience, that just makes you a little more attractive. You know, if I were a different kind of guy, if I were a man who wanted to control my daughter's love life, I would have dropped your competition, Logan, what's his name, off this rooftop a long, long time ago.
Oh, man.
Thanks to Freedom Mobile, Kate's not worried about her holiday budget, but now she's worried about decorations.
Well,
napkins,
while this ad plays,
lights,
yeah, it's just one of my favorite Luke Spencer scenes too. Actually,
Boxing Week with Freedom Mobile.
Well, tell Mr. Zakara that this deposit is as safe as the last one, and the
oh my
problems
gosh,
with law
potato
enforcement will be
quality,
cleaned up in
but it's
no
okay. Logan, justice for Logan. I really liked Logan and Lulu together. I really did. And they just decided to make him crazy because they found something, you know, they like better with Johnny. Bit of a bad boy for Lulu. And the mob. Just like Laura.
This is such a simple
And Luke.
job. It's a little job for cons and grifters. I could do this in my sleep. You wouldn't sleep. Get this whole tub solved again.
Daddy's playing with fire again.
That's why I'm here. Alexis Davis has already done her work. She doesn't need to send my son to drive in the last nail in the coffin. So what if
And it was a cool, like, yeah, it's terrible
publicity?
quality. What can we do, you know?
Great.
This was peak quality back in 2009, probably.
I'm here to let you know that Anthony's car's hearing is today, and if he gets out, well, it's gonna hit the fan from all sides.
I know how to duck.
I'm just saying, as much as I hate seeing you leave town, this might
And
be
they
the
made
time.
Logan crazy, yeah. I feel like that was Guz's MO. Like, whenever he just had no more use for a character, he just made them go off the rails out of nowhere. Because he wasn't the first, he wasn't the last either.
Luke, you are not as fleet of foot as you used to be, and one day you're going to get caught in the crossfire, and I'm going to be the merry widow.
I see right through you, wife. The reason you want me out of here is you want to close the Haunted Star again.
I don't give a crap about this tub.
Well, then you just want to keep me in your monetary mercy.
Luke, everything is not always about you.
Luke, hi. Sorry, but you're just the man I'm looking for. I have a proposition for you.
I bet you do.
You have my full attention.
Oh, Sam.
Okay, as you know, I am one hell of a golf player, and I would like to prove it by coming to play for you.
Another career change, Sam? Just when you were getting so good at whatever that was.
Actually, Everyday Heroes brought in another host while I was recovering from my accident, and they love her. She's tall, she's blonde, I'm not, so they released me from my contract. which means I am yours for the taking.
Oh, you want to cushion your fall from grace with my
I love that
husband's
Kelly was
wife?
good friends with Tony as
On
well.
his boat, to be more specific. Listen, Luke, I need a job. I can play every card game there is, and I have never been more comfortable than when I am on board a ship.
Okay, now are we talking about dealing or something more creative? I'm a businessman. Deals have to be mutually beneficial.
Or mutually stupid.
Okay, look, I'm thinking about maybe a little bit more high-end, raise the glamour quotient around here, and I can put in a full, solid work week. I'll play for the house.
What's the going rate for a great shill these days?
I don't know. I guess I could manage with a cut from the losses that I bring in from the high rollers. Standard stuff.
Oh, is there a standard for shilling? What is it, a union thing? Sliding pay scale from carny to grifter to shill?
You start the minute the city lets us reopen, with all your assets on display.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I never really cared what quality things were back then, because like the odds are this is probably from my channel. Like this is probably from Envious 01,
You're a
my old
hedonist,
channel.
Luke. It rules every decision you make.
And if you didn't know that, that's me. I was clipping GH all the time,
You have survived heart attacks, murderers, mobsters. You have looked death in the eye.
but only from like
again
other
and
websites that
again.
posted the
And
full
you have
episodes.
convinced
Just
yourself that
to
you
be
are
clear,
criminal.
okay? And I would just divide
And
them
you
into
will
like
continue
character
to spit
scenes.
in death's face until he proves you wrong.
Tracy, I don't want to live forever. I just want whatever life I have to be worth the time and energy.
Fine.
I don't know.
I'll stop nagging.
It was probably me. Was Sam and Jason then? No. Well,
So you can prove that you're
this is
still
post
the
Everyday
great
Heroes,
Spencer.
so
But don't expect me at your funeral.
I think Jason was already in love with Liz
Tracy,
at this
I've
point,
taken risks my whole life. I don't
and
know
Sam was
how
probably
to stop.
just
No matter what the
kind of
consequences to
getting
me are.
towards Lucky.
There's no way that I can keep Lulu from hanging around John Zakara. She's made that perfectly clear. She's going to have to learn about consequences all on her own. And as far as you and the Haunted Star go, you don't care about the Zakaras or Corinthos.
Man, I don't even think
You're only interested in
all of
keeping me
the
financially
GH episodes are
dependent on
actually
you.
physically available to post.
So
Otherwise, I'd be watching them from day one.
You know what the irony of this whole thing is? You think the only reason I come home to you is to line my pockets, to pour your father's booze, and to take advantage of cooks.
Yeah, Elizabeth was a mess in this era.
You've never once denied that.
I can live without the pancakes.
Just desperately wanting to be with Jason, but he was like, "No, my life is too dangerous for you."
And I don't need.
And then she'd get mad at him when his life was too dangerous for her.
I've lived in the back of a car, in a tent, under a bridge.
Stupid.
I'm very adaptable.
So why do you keep showing up on my doorstep? Why can't you just go and stay gone?
You really don't know. Tracy, I love you. I love you.
He was her bodyguard? Why don't I remember that? Alright, this is, I think, like 2010. This is when Tracy found out that Luke and her were never really married.
Oh my God, Elena! Tracy died! Oh God!
I think Jane really loved working with Tony.
Come on, I'll be your slave! I'll do anything you want in any demented game you want to play! Psycho bitch! If my wife dies, I'll rip you apart with my bare hands!
Luke? Yes, dear. Ah, Pumpkin. You're awake.
I don't think I ever hated Liz. I think she just, I didn't like a couple of Liz and Jason because they were boring. I found they were boring.
Have a nice.
I remembered our wedding.
Oh. Here you go, sweetheart.
Thank you.
So, what do you remember about our nuptials?
Well, it was horribly tacky.
It was open every night, not just on nights when we saw the whole town there. I don't even know. I think they always wanted it to be, and then because Luke was always gone half the time, it never ended up being that.
Just like Dale Evans to my Roy Rogers. No.
I think we saw reopenings of the Holland Star over and over and over and over again.
You're still my little Dale Evans. But this is no time for happy trails.
And the minister told that terrible joke about...
I liked Lucky with Sam. I was a big Lucky and Sam fan. Greg Wan's Lucky. And I liked Jonathan Jackson's Lucky with Liz.
I remember it all. I remember every detail. We were both pretty blasted, but you were a little
Good to know, Angel.
out there.
My memory's foggy from back then. Much as I loved the era.
I think that if you had been conscious, you really would have enjoyed the ceremony. Well, you were semi-conscious, and you semi-enjoyed it. Didn't you?
Me too, Angel.
Hey, come on. Don't do that. Don't fall asleep. Come on, I want you to stay conscious. Come on, baby.
Why?
Oh, well, that's so that we
I didn't mind Liz with Finn either, honestly, in
remember our
Taiwan.
vows. Word for word.
I wish they gave them more, but like more story, better story, but
We're sober now.
I think they had great chemistry.
What do you say? Why don't we renew our vows? You like the sound of that?
We're prisoners in a Greek gulag. You want to discuss cake tastings and flower arrangements?
I'm not talking about flower arrangements. I'm talking about renewing our vows. Pledging our love to each other. This time, we'll do it so that we can remember.
The first time we got married, it was drunk in Las Vegas. And now you think this is an improvement?
I want you any way I can get you.
Wow. I must be worse off than I thought.
You know, they say that when you're dying, your whole life flashes before your eyes. And you can't remember our wedding or our vows. That means you ain't dying, baby.
Why renew our vows?
Well, because maybe the second time will be the charm. I think they should be memorable. I think it's something that you should remember. I know I treasure my memories.
I bet.
You know, we have all our games and our scams, and we have our fights. We always end up standing for each other in the end. Well, mostly. And I think that's worth commemorating. I think it's worth redoing those vows.
Okay.
Tracy, Angelica, Quartermain Spencer. You have transformed my life. Not just with the bank accounts and the mansion and the corporate jets. I mean, all that's nice, but none of that could keep me here with you if I didn't want to be. It's you, darling. It's you. Your humor, your intelligence, your feistiness, and your huge heart, which you always try to keep hidden. You make my life worthwhile. It's because of you that I give a damn. I love you with all my heart. My Spanky. My sweetheart.
Lucas Lorenzo Spencer. I have always taken great pride in being the difficult one, hard to handle, hard to please. But you are the challenge of my life. You outdo me every time. You know me better than anyone. You know my heart. You even know that it beats faster when you walk into a room. You're worth it, John. I love you with all my heart.
Lucas Lorenzo Spencer.
Husband.
I don't know. He's always been Lucas Lorenzo Spencer.
Tracy.
Even on his wedding day, he shouted, "Lucas Lorenzo Spencer, king of the single life, is getting married today," or something like that.
If you just stay with me, I'll do what I should have done years ago. No more phony Vegas weddings. None of that for us. From now on, the real thing. I swear to God, if you stay with me, I will marry you for real. Popsicle? Are you back?
We were never really married.
Oh boy.
Maybe I was speeding. I was in a hurry to get to the justice.
This is when Luke found out he was the one who killed Jake, who is alive now.
Maybe I was
But
speeding, but I didn't see him. I mean, if you think that if I saw him, I wouldn't have swerved, I wouldn't have driven into a telephone pole or a tree or anything.
Answer the question, Dad. Were you drinking?
I had a drink.
man,
How many drinks did you have before you got behind the wheel?
I wasn't drunk. I had a shot or two.
Don't lie to me.
What difference does it make?
My son is dead.
Not because I had a drink.
Dad, I saw you. I was here that night. You had a couple shots right in front of Siobhan and how many more did you have before you left? What, 3, 4? I mean, I would put your blood alcohol
I can
down.
hold my liquor, Lucky.
No, I've heard it all before.
I don't drive drunk, ever. I always turn over my keys if there's any question. You ask anybody. I don't know how this could have happened. It was dark. I didn't see him. I swear to God, I didn't see him.
No, Dad, you didn't see him. And you didn't react because you were drunk. What the hell are you doing?
I can hold my liquor.
You lost your mind?
I've been drinking since I was 12.
I mean, the thing is, Luke did drink all the time, but it was like an unspoken thing, I think.
Don't do this. Dad.
But he loved his alcohol. It was true as day, you know?
Don't do this. Stop, please.
Stone cold sober, officer.
No.
Yeah, it's true. Liz was checking her mail or something when Jake ran out the door.
Stop. Dad.
This is so heartbreaking. Oof. imagine though, like, you found out that you killed your kid's kid, like, my God.
I'll carry it the rest of my life.
It doesn't make it okay.
Cowboy, for God's sake. For God's sake.
Oh, that's what it was. I think you're right on Broken Angel.
I would have taken a different route if I'd known. I wouldn't have driven so fast. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I still don't hear you. Wishing that you hadn't taken those drinks, Dad.
Okay, look here. Your son is dead and you need something to blame, so you're gonna put it on my drinking.
Yeah, that part, Angel. Drinking since you were 12 is a sign of issues. For sure. I mean, I can't blame him for having issues. His family was messed up.
I wish I could blame the drinking. I do. It would be an easy answer. It would be an easy way to explain what happened. But
from what I remember, Luke was
not for this
speeding for a reason. Like he didn't like he wasn't like
Lucky.
Driving frantically.
Nobody.
Because he was drinking.
Knows
really.
why this happened.
He was driving frantically. He was driving fast because he was trying to get, I think, to Lucky and Siobhan.
You can't see it.
To stop them from getting married, I think, or something like that.
You won't look at it. You won't face what's right in front of you, don't you see? Dad, it's what happens. Your dad gave it to you. You gave it to me. And it goes on and on and on. It's a curse.
Most ridiculous rewrite, Angel, honestly.
It's a curse. You're drinking.
Yeah, Anthony and Jonathan killed these scenes. They were incredible.
Okay. If that's what you need to believe, if that comforts you and gets you through the night, then fine.
And that's the thing, Luke, you know...
It was my drinking.
I don't think that alcohol was the reason that Jake got hit by a car either. I mean, perhaps it's the reason why he didn't notice that he ran over a kid.
I do.
But he was also in a rush.
To ease the
and it
pain
was dark.
That caused you and Elizabeth.
Nothing.
Regularly, Liz had to look to see who fathered Aiden, Lucky or Nicholas.
It's too late.
Oh, Liz.
Why? Please don't hate me.
Don't hate him.
I saw all the signs, Dad. I was in every bit as much denial as you were. I mean, it's the sense of the fathers.
Lucky.
Don't blame Liz for not paying attention.
Or random things happen in this rotten world. I am a deeply flawed man.
I think, you know, part of it was like she just lost her kid. You know, she probably did blame herself to an extent as well.
For you, please don't hate me.
I don't hate you. I could never hate you, Dad. And I know that you love me. Just like I love Jake.
The pain in Lucky's eyes, man. No one cried better than Jonathan Jackson, honestly. Damn. I think we should. I think we should see Jason's confrontation of this as well, of Luke.
Baby's changed things, don't they?
Oh, you sure did.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Aww. Forgot about this, though.
What did you think?
I thought that you were one of the two most amazing things that ever happened to me.
I don't know. I think
had it all to do again, knowing what you know now.
I'd be afraid to do it again. Tell you the truth. I might really screw it up. I might try to raise you.
I think he just said it to get under his skin a little bit. Not to appease him. Just to make sure Luke understands how heartbroken he was. Yeah, you love me just like I loved my son that you killed. You know, kind of thing. Dang. And there's Jason.
I wondered when you were going to show up. Bring your gun, or do you want to use mine?
You enjoying yourself?
Oh, yeah. I'm having a grand time. Nothing like running over a kid. Pick up your spirits.
Were you drinking? Yes or no?
I drink. I wasn't drunk. But I did drive the car that killed Jake, and for that, there's no way I can ever say I'm sorry.
I'm not buying that. Because you're more aware of your surroundings, and you're fast enough to respond when you're sober. Which you weren't.
Good point. Good point.
There it is. Use it.
Dang. I don't think we have too many clips left. I think. What is left? We'll find out. Oops. After this ad.
I'm with Tony Geary,
Okay,
your
yeah.
8th daytime
Just this final
Emmy
interview.
win. I knew this was going to be, because that reel, when you
final
played
interview after his
Luke
final
and
Emmy
Luke at
win.
the time, you know, when they first saw each other, that was such a great performance.
Thank you very much.
And I figured if it was going to be in the race this year, it would go to you. Much deserved.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. The whole story played out, and I love the 52nd anniversary episode, which I thought was really a tour de force by you.
That was a beautiful show.
Was that not beautiful?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What do you think when they gave you that show and said?
You know, it's been such a blessing for the last about a year and a half, almost 2 years now. The writers and my wonderful producer Frank Valentini have been so intent on giving me a challenge and something new to play after 37 years on the show. It's pretty difficult to find anything new to do, but they really found something beautiful for me, and I've always wanted to look into Luke's dark side, and I got it in spades, so it's been wonderful.
And when you found out it was going to be that he had killed his mother accidentally and his father, were you blown away by that, or were you knew it
Well,
had to
I
be
always
something
thought he killed his father. I never thought he hadn't, but it was a shock to me to read that he had also killed his mother, and it made
Functional alcoholic.
So
there we
much
go.
sense, you know, historically and motivation-wise, to why this guy has been such a dark horse. You know, he goes from being he's never been much of a hero, but he's never been much of a villain either, but there's always both of those elements in him.
Right.
And we got to see where that came from.
Right. And now from this point on, will we see him kind of back to old Luke, or?
I really don't know what they have planned. I know I start work on Tuesday, and he's coming out of the therapy, deep therapy.
Right.
And we'll see where they go.
Yeah, the inner battle with himself was remarkable to watch. Did you have fun doing it, though?
I loved it, yeah.
I mean, I felt like you were really, because I've watched your work for all the years you've been on the show, and I felt like you must have had fun with this, and I felt like you were really invested in this.
Totally invested, and the dark side Luke Fluke was just a joy to play, because
he was so crazy and free. And, you know, for me, you have to go too far in order to find how far you can go with things.
And you like to take it all the way.
I like to raise the ceiling and see what I can get away with. And I've been very lucky to have a producer and directors who supported me and let me be free enough to do that.
And all those special episodes, like the alcohol intervention and the 52nd, where Bill Udell directed that, I believe, right?
Bill
and he does such a wonderful with you. Yeah.
Bill and I are a good team.
Yes.
And he does such passionate work, and he did the show that I won this for. He did the show I won my last Emmy for, which was the intervention, and he also directed the 52nd anniversary show.
A couple last things I want to tell you. All the cast members have told me, oh my God, whenever I interview any of your cast members, I go, oh, and I get to work with Tony. It's like you hear that they're excited, nervous, like you're the man, and then they are all like so privileged, honored, and also flattered. Does that make you feel good to hear that?
There's nothing better than to have the respect of your peers, and I so respect every actor on this show. You know, we're about the work. We're not about fame, and it's really a pleasure, and to know that they enjoy me, because it's the biggest honor there is.
It was nice to see you and Jeannie for a second together.
Yeah, it's always nice to be with Jeannie.
And you and Jane Elliott make such a wonderful pair.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Jane and I are very dynamic, I think, together. It's a couple of very, very volatile.
Yeah, Anthony had 8 Emmys, Jonathan had 6.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
And there we have it, folks. Tony. I'm still just shocked he's gone, you guys. Like, I don't know. I still feel like I haven't fully just grasped it. Like, I don't know. It's been a weird few weeks, however long it's been. Just because I've also had just like other personal stuff going on, and all of it kind of happening all back to back, and I think I've cried so much, like in all of December. I cried so much, and I'm ready to stop crying and just pick myself up and, you know, go into the new year and find some footing, man. You know? But yeah, that is the of the Nurses Ball back then. Nurses Ball was great. But yeah, that's the end of this stream. We will go live Sunday for a recap of the last couple weeks, since I missed the previous one. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Rest in peace, Tony. Still can't believe it. And again, I hope GH does more than just show this final episode, because there's things they can do. We also have to get through Robert's and Leslie's, you know, tributes as well on the show. We've done tributes for them on here. Hopefully it's a better year. I hope so. I know part of it is I've been watching that new show, Heated Rivalry. I watched all episodes. And, you know, some of it takes place in Montreal. That's my hometown. And, oh my God, spicy, of course. And, but emotionally wreckage. Like, I've been emotionally wrecked from that show. And it's just really helped me cry about other things in my life right now, too. Like, just to get it all out there. Alright, y'all. But we can save that for another stream. I don't know if anyone else has watched it, but I am a fan. Alright, thank you guys for tuning in. If you liked this live stream, give it a big old thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to. I'd really appreciate that. And Happy New Year, everyone. Oh, fingers crossed on Broken Angel. Fingers crossed. I can't. GH has lost too many cast members as it is. Alright. Have a good night. Binge away, Kaiwan. Yeah, it had to have been lonely for Claudio. Man. Hey, Money Mac. Yeah, may Tony rest in peace.